All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. Playing more Ace Combat 6 multiplayer. As of the start of stream, we are at 69.21%. I think it's a good starting number, a nice one even. And also, it's very exciting because today we are definitely going over the 70% mark, which is pretty huge. 70% milestone, that's pretty big, if I do say so myself. Massive even. So let me load up the game. 69 times the detail. Yeah, that was crazy. It's like every time I'm reminded of that presentation, I really do just sit there for a second and I'm like, they really did just straight up put Todd on stage and they're just like, just lie to them about the whole thing. Just tell them all the things that are not true about the game. Also, I'm just realizing I forgot my pinned message. How could I? Hold on.
I walk on.
There.
I am unable.
I'm a speed typer. I have an RE question. What is the line between survival horror that is action oriented and action horror? I think mostly, and this might sound kind of weird, but like for me, I think the easiest place to draw the line with RE, especially between survival horror and action horror, is does the game reward you directly for engaging in combat outside of just the enemy dies, right? Like a survival horror RE game, if you engage in combat, you get the reward of like the enemy no longer being there and that area being safer because of it. But outside of that, like you end up losing ammo, healing items, whatever. There's no further reward for it. Whereas like Resident Evil 4, 5, 6, those sorts of games, you kill an enemy and you get like a big shiny ammo drop just because you killed the enemy, so the game gives you something back. You know what I mean? For me, I think that's like the easiest place to draw the line with RE specifically. Arier, I hardly know her. Yes. That's always like, whenever I've tried to answer it, that's the best answer I've gotten. Unless you have a pipe. Even if you have a pipe in Silent Hill, you lose healing items. No one is like the master of the Silent Hill pipe and is able to do no damage fights or anything, right? At least I've never really seen it. Surely someone out there is. But you could kill Mr. X and Nemesis and get rewarded. You can, but I think it's more like, in those cases, those are special enemies slash bosses, right? They're more bosses. Whereas in the action horror games, it's like every single enemy in the game. Even in RE4 and 5, if you just shoot like a bird that's flying overhead or is maybe perched up somewhere, you get like a big shiny treasure drop or something for that too. Like they don't even have to be a hostile enemy, just a hostile in those games for you to like get rewarded for using your ammo for shooting things. It's kind of the easiest way I could put it. It's more of a systematic case rather than one special enemy. I had over 600 ammo Yeah, I'm trying to think. False at the end of her Silent Hill 2 playthrough had like literally 160 shotgun shells, like 40 rifle bullets, and like 200 handgun rounds. And she got to the final boss and she still just used the handgun. She was like, double pyramid head? Yeah, I'll use the pistol for that. And then halfway through, chat says that you could use one of the melee weapons, and she says she's like, oh, I don't even have to use ammo? Swaps to melee weapon. Sometimes you have to let the ammo go. Sometimes it's just best to use the gun. Sometimes. The sword, yeah. PP sword. First PP head fight, I hit him with my plank. To be fair, with Pyramid Head in Silent Hill 2, this is one of my things about Silent Hill 2 that is not perfect. When you shoot him, it makes like that sort of like metal clanging sound that generally in games you would think means like it's just bouncing off the big metal helmet and not doing any damage. But in SH2, it makes that sound, but it also does damage to him. Original or remake? She was playing the original. You don't know what could be next? She knew she was at the end. She knew. To be fair, that is also part of it with survival horror. Sometimes you just have no idea. Generally, though, like when a new RE game comes out, I kind of just default to like, it's a boss fight, biggest gun available. And normally it works. With some of the older games, there are like occasional exceptions where that's not what I want to do, but that's only because I've played them so many times. Is it better to emulate the originals? The HD remasters do be kind of stinky. The HD remasters are very stinky for 2 and 3. Silent Hill 2 and 3, rather. Trying to think. There's the community-made enhanced edition for 2 for PC, and that's pretty good, but in my opinion, it still doesn't look quite as good as the PS2 original. Like, they're still working out some of the finer details and stuff that... It's just... I think the PS2 version is still the best way to go with SH2, and for SH3, that is definitely the best way to go. The PC port of 3 was terrible when it came out. The community has been fixing it up a bit over the years, but it's not as far along as SH2 is on PC. And even SH2, I would still generally recommend the PS2 version over it. The Enhanced Edition is great. It's really, really good, and it's really close to being as good as the PS2 version. But this is one of those games that I've played like 1,000 times over, and I love to death. So all of those little like finer details that aren't quite right in the Enhanced Edition yet are the things that I still look at and I'm like, guess you gotta go PS2. Whoops. I just emulated because I like PS2. Plus, you didn't have to, you know, spend a small fortune on it, since I had them. That helps, certainly. Because, God, the prices that old Silent Hill games go for are absurd. Like, I think my SH1 copy is worth like $300 now. Genuinely. Like, my old black box Silent Hill 1, I think, goes for like $300 these days. I'm trying to look on like eBay just to see what they're selling for on there. Oh my god. It is over 300. A complete in-box copy of SH1 for PS1 is going for like $300 to $350 right now. Most of them are around $320. A couple of them are up to $350 that are in like perfect condition. That's crazy. That is actually ridiculous. I don't even think the old Silent Hills are that rare. Because, like, I know they're not super common. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Oh, okay. Silent Hill as a franchise might be more niche than I thought. Okay, hold on. I don't want Konami's game sales. I wanted Silent Hills. Here we go. I was gonna say, I feel like there are so many Silent Hill like copies out there that should be in circulation and keeping the prices from going that high. But yeah, Silent Hill 2 only sold like 1 million copies. And Silent Hill 2 is like Silent Hill 2, right? Oh man, even the SH2 remake only sold 2.5 million, apparently. Really? I feel like the remake went way more, and Silent Hill F only sold a little under 2 million. The SH2 remake is the best-selling Silent Hill game ever. And it still only sold 2.5 million. So I guess Silent Hill is not as big as I thought it was. I tend to think of it as being a much bigger franchise sales-wise. I'm surprised how many people don't know the story of SH2. Yeah, it's not one of those stories that everyone like knows how it goes. False thought it was legitimately because she had like heard about it over the years because she's so into horror games, and obviously Silent Hill 2 is held in very high regard. So she was just like, oh yeah, everyone knows, you know, the ending to Silent Hill 2, and was like making cheeky jokes about it and being like, oh, haha, we don't know what's gonna happen. And I was like, false, people actually probably don't know what's gonna happen. And then she asked on stream, she was like, guys, how many of you have seen Silent Hill 2 before? How many of you are like, you've never seen the story of this game before? And like a half of her chatters were like, I've never seen the story of this game before. She's like, oh, okay. Crazy. Yeah. Most people know about pyramid heads and sexy monster nurses, and I think nurses are more about SH1. Yeah. The nurses are both. They're in both. The nurses are very different in both. Real different. Chat, Ace Combat 6 might be dead today. I'm realizing. We may have encountered a problem. There may be a slight problem. I guess you'll have to play Trapped. I don't know about that. When I heard that barely anyone knew how the story of Final Fantasy X goes. Yeah, I don't know where the story of Final Fantasy X goes. And like I'm in the know about gaming a little bit. Like I know how the story of 7 goes. Right? Like everyone knows how the story of Final Fantasy 7 goes pretty much these days, but 10 genuinely like not a clue. The only thing I know from 10 is like the main character's name, and that I only know because of the whole pronunciation argument. And then the laugh of said main character. You know the one. Oh, and false. Was that the one with the guy that goes, "It comes"? And I recognized that for some reason. That was 10, right? The guy spinning around and going, "It comes." Yes. Yeah, I don't even know the guy's name, but I know that clip of him saying that. I don't even know where I saw that, but I instantly recognized the guy. Just as being the guy who says, "It comes." The fake laugh? Yes. So chat, we seem to be in an awkward spot. I mean, first of all, since I'm realizing my camera's supposed to be down here. Trying to get it just right. There we go. Centered. And you know what makes it more awkward? My Tekken's not installed because I had so much footage for Lost Judgment that I had to delete my Tekken again to make space for it. I was cramming my PC full of Lost Judgment footage. I wouldn't recommend 10-2, however. It's a whiplash of gameplay mechanics, but False loves 10-2. Oh, speaking of, I could probably uninstall Judgment 1, which I had to reinstall to go record a couple clips of. I'm just now seeing that and being like, oh yeah, now that that video's done, I don't need Judgment 1 on my drive right now. Not that that's too big, but it's probably like 30 or 40 gigs. Marathon time? I mean, we could. I suppose. The issue is that I just don't have a fighting game installed because that's been like the classic, right? That's been my go-to. We've been begging for Marathon. We'll give it a few more minutes. We'll see. Artitas blows up because someone kicked him like a blitz ball. What? Marathon before it dies? Marathon's fine. Marathon's fine. It's at least allegedly locked in until season 5. And we're in season 2 right now and only about to get the mid-season update, so I think it's fine. Sony has like dedicated to at least a couple years of Marathon. Which is based. Also, they have that they have some sort of like PvE mode that I think they released more specifics on it, but I didn't read the blog post that they put out recently. One game director for each update, bro. At this point, it's kind of true. I'm curious where he's going though, because he's been bouncing around a lot in recent years, and he's a crazy strong talent, Joe Ziegler. So I wonder where he's going, because I bet he got like some awesome offer for like, I mean, obviously a studio even higher up than like Bungie. Granted, Bungie isn't what they used to be. I say that, but sorry. Marathon has that PvE thing coming out like literally next week. that is apparently going to be a PvE mode exclusively on Cryo Archive that has like its own separate progression from the main game and everything. Like, they've been talking it up. I think they did post more specific details about it, but I didn't read it. Whoops. But then they also, in the blog post going more into that, they said that in season 3, they have a much larger, deeper PvE experience coming to the game. So I think that just in general, they're moving much more towards trying to give good PvE options because people keep asking for more PvE. People are just like, please let me play the game without worrying about PvP stuff. And I love Marathon's PvP. Like, genuinely, at first, like, I think the best way to put it is that if Marathon had PvE available from the start, I probably would have only played that and never even thought about the PvP stuff. But because I got into it when PvP was like the only thing, like before they even brought in the sort of PvE light mode that they have right now, because I got into it at that time, like, I've grown to really enjoy the PvP experience of Marathon, and I don't really see myself playing a PvE experience much on that game now. The issue with Marathon is it's very niche. It's a niche game made with a mass market budget from a mass market studio of 800 devs. That is the issue. It's a game that, like, even regardless of its own quality and like strengths and everything, it's not a game that fills a market that could reasonably sustain a studio of that size, right? Like, that really is the issue with it. Is kind of, no matter how good it was never going to be big enough for it to be like Bungie's main thing going forward. But like, also, I don't know if I'm the only one who gets the vibe more and more as time goes on that they kind of made the game knowing that. Like, weirdly, because it really feels that way. More and more, like, Sony seems totally chill about it. They're like, yeah, this is what we were planning. We're just going to keep it rolling. Bungie's saying the same thing. Like, everything from Joe Ziegler, whenever he would talk about the game, felt that way. It's just like, I don't know. Pinned on D2 underperforming, and then you look at Marathon pulling like 3K players daily. Yeah, I think the way they were always looking at it was Marathon was going to be like something that they made genuinely just because the studio wanted to. And then pretty much as soon as that was out there, they would go back to like whatever main big project they were working on next. Because we know that they're already working on like some big unknown project that we know isn't like Destiny 3, because they straight up said we're not doing Destiny 3. But they have some like main project aside from Marathon that's already in the works at Bungie. It seems like Marathon was kind of always the side project that they just legit, like, it was a creative project for the studio, which is crazy because they're under Sony, so you would never think they would be allowed to do that. Maybe trying to seem under control for investors or something because the budget was huge. We don't know how big the budget was. There are all sorts of rumors about it. But really, like, more and more recently, I'm learning to not trust, like, word on the street type stuff as much. Because there's been so much, like, verified misinformation in the AAA space recently that I'm just not listening, right? I'm just like, at this point, I don't want to listen to stuff that's just like unconfirmed hearsay or guesswork or whatever. Because like, take the id Software stuff, right? Everyone was talking about how id Software was totally gutted, like id Tech as an engine was dead, Doom as a franchise was dead, like everything was dead. And then like id and Hugo Martin and everyone came out and they're just like, hey, that's not true. They're like, we're fine, actually. Like, yeah, we had layoffs, but nowhere to the degree that people are saying. Like, it's fine. You guys can calm down. Like, id Tech is fine. We still have the id Tech team, right? It's been this whole weird thing. And that's just one of them, right? Like, at this point, I'm just not listening to the guesswork or hearsay as much. Because so much of it this year has been, like, flat out misinformation. To the point where I give up. I don't even feel like it's worth paying attention to anymore. You see Obsidian's making a new Fallout game? I did. Surely it's not Destiny 3 despite a gazillion pitches. They keep saying it's not. So I don't think it is. Plus, like, it would kind of make sense. And this is going to sound weird, right? But hear me out. It would kind of make sense the way that Bungie tends to roll with, like, their flagships. Because back in the 90s, like, early 90s, they came out with Marathon. And Marathon became, like, Bungie's main thing. And they made a bunch of Marathon games through the 90s. And then after, like, 8 years of working on Marathon, they wanted something new. So they started working on Halo, and a few years later, that comes out in early 2000, right? And then they worked on Halo for 9 years. And then they were like, yep, we're done with Halo. We're leaving Microsoft. We're going to make something new again. And they made Destiny. And that took them a good few years, but they made Destiny. That came out in like 2014. They worked on Destiny for like 12 years. And now they're kind of like, all right, that was great. We loved that. We're going to go do something new now. Like, Bungie kind of does this every decade or so. Weirdly. They just kind of leave behind their flagship before it goes on too long, or, you know, maybe they run out of ideas with it, or who knows what. And then they just go do something new. They try something totally new. And I respect it. Like, even the new Marathon game is such a weird exception in that regard, where like 20 years later, they just randomly were like, yeah, we're going to do Marathon again. We're just going to make another one. You just can't tell with Sony's leadership. It seems like Sony is planning on sticking by them. Halo and Marathon, they were done when they skedaddled? No. Halo, yeah. Halo, they did... Well, Halo, they wanted to end with 3. That was a whole debacle, too, if you know your Bungie lore. ODST and Reach only came around because of contractual obligation. They never wanted to make those games. But Marathon got left on a really weird cliffhanger type ending too. Yeah, Marathon Infinite was fucking bizarre. Like, it posed way more questions than it answered, and then just kind of like, that's what we got left with for 20 years. It's just, that was it. That was the end of Marathon. They brought up so many questions. People are still, to this day, debating about what actually happened in the story of Marathon Infinite. Or Marathon Infinity, sorry. And they just left it there for like 20 years. It was like, yeah, we've had our fun with this. Seems like Sony is trying to make a business off of screwing people over. I think Sony is really trying to just hit the live service gold mine, but I think Sony is also kind of overlooking that you can't force that. Like, those huge, like, long-term live service projects, you can't really force them. They just kind of happen. Like, they're like magic. They're like lightning in a bottle, right? You can't just make a Fortnite. A Fortnite kind of has to just happen. You know what I mean? And they just keep trying to like build up and fund all these live service things, hoping that one of them is going to stick, and none of them have stuck. So they have to do the constant like build, shutter, build, shutter. It's just been a cycle for the last few years. Sony's, yeah, I don't know what they're doing right now. Infinity is free on Steam. All of the classic Marathon trilogy is free on Steam. 1, 2, and Infinity are all free to play on Steam. You can just go download them. They invest in as many potential Fortnites as possible in case one of them makes billions and billions. It's exactly what they've been doing. Like, they're just trying to get so many on the market that one of them will eventually hit. Like, one of them will just stick and, like, boom. Disney, no, Marathon Infinity. All I can picture is the hostess calling him Kazi. All right, you know what? What do you guys think? Should I go for a run real quick? I'm not entirely opposed. Do we pivot to another 100%? Hashtag add stream. Okay, but I already have a pinned message, so if someone comes in here and is like, what the fuck, this isn't Ace Combat, you tell them. You guys tell them. That's because we're waiting on people for the multiplayer lobby. She's open, though. She is open, but we're improvising here. Or I got Crash Bandicoot. Now that I'm looking. Such a weird selection. Could wrap up Halo CE. No, I've got too much of CE left. Like, we wouldn't be able to... It would just make it even more awkward. It's time for you to sell me Marathon. Come on. Is that my job? Alright, hold on. Fine. I've been convinced. I've been swayed. Let me at least try to save my controller battery. I have been swayed. It's fine. But it's on you guys. It's your job to explain. That was quick. I mean, he was trying to get me on it like 20 minutes ago. I don't know how quick that was. Should capture. Maybe. Come on. This game kind of takes a minute to boot. One of my least favorite parts about it. Because I hate a game that's slow to boot. There we go. It drives me insane when games take forever to boot up. Hashtag ad stream. I'm not selling anything. I'm just enjoying a high quality video game. That is all. Plus, I'm trying to get to level 100 this season to get the last achievement that I'm missing. So, killing two birds with one stone here, getting a little XP in, you know. What is on me? That is... Oh, yeah, that's right. I was running like... Yeah, I was running a bit juicy, actually. Hold on. I could run juicier. Yeah. I'll take those. And my other key. These are lockbox keys and a hazard override key. It is a key. Yeah, okay. I could... No, I'm gonna not run a second gun. I'm running a rifle anyway, so it should be fine. I love the UI. I like the presentation of this game a lot. It's very loud. And I get that some people look at this game and there's like holy colors everywhere. And it is a lot at first. But I enjoy the color. It tickles something in my brain. Let me just, yeah. I could have canceled there. I do have a contract, right? I do. I typically, like, clear out everything, grab a new contract and stuff before I log off, so I figured I did. Biomass. I'm trying to collect biostripping right now for some upgrades, so just biomass I need to find, and then, yeah, just open containers. This is like one of those super basic contracts because I'm at the end of maxing out my rep with this faction. So I've already done all the big ones that get you like the big increases with them. So I've been in this cycle of like all of my runs are kind of just me trying to make a lot of money while also hitting that little objective on the side every time to get a bit of extra faction rep. How many factions are there? There are 6. Here we go. There are 6 of them. A run in Marathon can take a bit. Like, they could be like 5 minutes. They could be like 30 minutes. Depends how she goes. We'll see if we've got like James or Valentine or someone here by the end. This is the simplest map in the game, but for the keys that I'm bringing, it's probably the best one. Oh, there we go. There we go. Where can I get biomass on perimeter?
Environmental
Overflow.
data review
That's a
in
lock.
progress. Conclusion tolerable.
Oh fuck, there's more of them. What are the keys for? The keys are for getting into doors that you otherwise would not be able to. With those doors often hiding valuables, things that you could sell for a good bit. Oh. Hold on, though. Little crashed ship. Speaking of things that you can get you some profit. Jesus Christ. You can hack into one of these, which is going to spawn a lot of friends.
Seeker out.
Fucking yeah, the grenades. I brought the good heals in. I'm totally not flexing. I swear.
Marking target.
I play the shell called Recon. Abilities are all, you know, information and recon oriented, which in an extraction shooter where I'm worried about, you know, people being able to sneak up on me or like hide on me and steal all of my shit, I quite enjoy being able to play a character like this that can spot them before that happens. Especially in solos. If you're playing with a group, it's not as necessary. But when it's literally just you... Oh, another key. 2 self-revives. I may as well take everything. I brought a big bag. So I can just carry stuff and then drop it later if I find stuff that's better. Alright. That was an okay little distraction. You have like armor plates. You have your shield, which is the down in the bottom left. The purple is my shield. I have a purple shield because I play marathon a good bit. Just a little bit. Uh-oh. I don't want to get shot. Like, if you saw my stash there, that was, like, full of guns, you may have noticed, if you were paying attention, that it was, like, pretty much just a ton of, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 different guns. And that's just the stockpile that I've built up of, like, the 4 guns that I really enjoy using. I'm just at that point, progression-wise, where I have a big stockpile of the good stuff. And that's pretty much all I've got. Because I've been trying to grind my way to level 100. I don't think I'll ever play this much in one season again. Most likely. Because level 100 is quite a grind. I'm at 90 right now. But I do want to, like, get all the achievements, because I enjoy the game enough that I got to, like, level 60. And that was the only achievement left, and I was kind of like, all right. Oh, there's someone here. I was like, all right. This season, I'm still having a good time. I'm pretty far along. Let me just go all the way. There is someone here. Is the boss here? That's a robot. Oh. That's them. Sorry.
Recall window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
I would have pinged them and waited, but they were also playing recon. This shotgun is like one of the 2 best guns in the game right now. It's super rare. You can't even buy it. You have to find it in run. Oh my god. Hold on, I can drop this ammo, grab that. Is there someone else here? I heard the robots shooting.
Echo post searching.
This shotgun is a crazy find. TTK is lightning fast. He had a shitty shield. It is pretty fast though in general. But it was faster there because he had a terrible shield on. Not terrible. He had a green. At this point in the season where like halfway through, you know, the game has been going for like, I don't know, 40, 45 days since the last wipe. Anything below a blue shield is generally going to get you dropped pretty fast. Because everyone has the higher shields, better weapons and stuff by now. Not like I'm particularly well geared. I'm ahead of the general curve, but he was below the curve aside from randomly having this shotgun on him, which is really good. This is for my contract. I had to bring 4 of these things. He happened to have a bunch on him. I got to drop them in there, send them away, and that's just one of my things. And then the other thing is opening loot containers that have not been opened yet, which I will do without trying. And then other than that, I'm just here to make profit, so. We just find the money. We just find where the money is. That's another lockbox key. Ooh, I should try to find lockboxes, actually. Because I have 3 of those keys on me now. Lockbox, but they spawn randomly. There's no way of knowing, like, every single run where a lockbox building is going to be. But, they're marked by having, like, a bunch of red flares on the ceiling. Like, on the roof, sorry. Not ceiling. Like, when you look at the building from the outside, there's a bunch of red flares lit up on them. And that's the room that's going to have all the lockboxes in it. I think it's only 1 spawns per raid. Could be one at South Relay, could be one at North Relay. I've seen them at Station 2. Is there like a safer way down? Here we go. There we go. This is Marathon. This is Marathon. My fixation gaming wise of the last month and a half or so. Shotgun is a crazy find. I'm gonna be pissed if I die this run now, because like on top of already having all sorts of other stuff, yeah, this shotgun is incredibly rare to find like that. And like it doesn't sell for much if you go to sell it like at the shops to try to make profit off of it. But it's one of those things where the value is derived from the shotgun being really fucking good and it being super rare to find like that just in the wild. I'm just gonna run from that. It looks like Destiny in a lot of ways, just like the graphics pipeline. Yeah, just the way things are rendered and stuff. It's a PvE. No, that's lockboxes right there. Boom. I have 3 keys for those boxes. Hold on. Now we're cooking. We just gotta hope that I get a good one. Credits are nice.
15 minutes.
That one was kind of shitty. Box 2. More credits. A good amount again. That's a valuable. It's worth 200. Box 3, 400. Yeah, those lock boxes weren't awesome. But there, I got to use my keys. I didn't get a whole lot from them, though. What is this? Oh, another one of those boxes you can hack. Like the one in the wreckage. Randomly generated map. Same map, but like certain elements within it randomize each run. Someone's been here. Are they still here?
Follow the echoes.
No, literally nothing on the ping whatsoever. Okay. This box was open. Where was the... I came up here because I saw this thing. Yeah. Just loot and position. Mostly the loot. Buildings are pretty static. But like this thing doesn't spawn here every time. The thing you can activate that like puts out pulses to scan the area. This thing doesn't spawn here every time. The hackable box. Enemy placements are random each run. Like enemy patrols and stuff are randomized. Ooh, okay. It spawned some big boys. I have so much light ammo. Have I just been a fucking ammo vacuum this run and not noticed until now? We'll just keep running in here all day.
Engage.
Goal is to be the last man standing. No, it's an extraction shooter. So goal is to get in, not die, and then get out with the valuables and such that you find to carry them over into your next run. If you die, you lose everything on you. I have a, like a really high quality, this is why I have so much ammo. I have a high quality piece of gear on that spawns ammo randomly on kill, but it's like the purple rarity version. So the chance of it spawning ammo is random, but very high. That's why I have 1,000 rounds of loot, or of ammo, which is not common. Which warden is this? Oh, it won't tell me. The boss spawned, but the boss, I've killed the boss solo before. This boss, mind you, because there's a different one on every map. I've killed the perimeter boss before, solo. And it was so much effort, and I used like all of my ammo, all of my heals, barely got through it. And then the reward was like a bunch of blue rarity stuff. Like it was not a worthwhile reward for me to nearly die for it. You can do solo or a group of up to 3, I think. Yeah, you can do solo. They added duos now. Originally, it was solo or trio and no in between, but they do have duos now. What if you die without looting anything? Does the game punish you in certain ways? If you loaded into a map with literally nothing on you and died, you lose nothing. Other than your time. I don't know why you would do that. No Heihachi combo intermission. I don't have my Tekken installed. The Lost Judgment video ate up all of my storage space. It was too big.
Reinforcements incoming.
So chat, and by chat I mean mostly Hasriel, was like, marathon.
Find them.
Oh, I hear someone shooting.
Minutes remain.
Is someone fighting the boss? The shooting was in this direction.
Runner here.
That's a player. I feel so bad. This guy did just fight the boss. He was looting the boss. I feel bad, but at the same time, this is how you win, boys. This is how you make money. It's cutthroat out here, all right? I'm gonna take that key template. This isn't like a huge, juicy key yet, but if you do the challenge tied to it, it becomes a huge, juicy key for good loot. That's not worth it. Oh, I hear a rocket drone. Rip Bozo, I guess. It is one of those where I'm like, I feel bad, but at the same time, kind of just rip Bozo. You're not wrong. Holy moly. Honestly, I'm gonna make room for the sniper. I want to take that out. I don't need all that ammo. 500 rounds is enough. So this is that point in the run where you sort of realize, like, I have 25,000 credits worth of stuff on me. I've done what I came to do. It's probably a good time to leave.
Zone. Find your escape.
And you go leave. And this is how you actually, you know, keep the success rolling forward into the next runs. Is having that restraint to be like, okay, a lot of good stuff happened just now. Let me just cut let me quit while I'm ahead. Take my reward and leave. Don't get too greedy about it. Granted, there's only like 7 minutes left in the run anyway, so you couldn't get much greedier. I feel like I might have heard something. But also it's storming, so...
Echo pulse.
I heard nothing. It's just the storm. Does the game automatically extract you when the timeout or when the time is over? No, if you stay longer than the timer, you die.
Prepare for
It is a time
hostile
limit.
action.
You have to be gone by then. So like I could stay for 5-ish more minutes and try to get a little more, but like I have a full bag of awesome stuff. So this is about when you're just like, yep, this is a good time to go. Got extracted on the ground. It was hype. Yeah. False and I had a run where while we were extracting, I got downed, and you can extract. I was the only player still in the map. If it doesn't automatically like spectate the next player, which it usually would do here, I was the last guy in the map. I probably could have stayed and gotten a bunch of free shit, but I didn't know that I was the last one. I had a feeling there would still be a couple more. But oh well. It's a pretty good time. I get so sucked into the loop of getting the good stuff. The dopamine hit when you get crazy shit like the shotgun or whatever. That sniper was also a huge find. You can't buy that from the shops either. That's also like a found and raid only weapon. 3-player match. That map on solo is 8 players. Or no, sorry, that map is 7. That map is 7 on solo. The player counts change between solo, duos, and trios, but I know the solo player counts, not the trios or what's it? Duos off the top of my head, but I do know the solo player counts. This is Ace Combat? This is Ace Combat. You're right. If I wanted to do this, I would have to do this on the Marsh, probably. Show us how upgrades work. So originally, and this is similar to like Tarkov, the upgrades are all through the factions in the game, right? These 6. They all have like an upgrade tree of their own as you level them up. And you have to bring certain items called salvage from the raid and like fill up your stash with them and use them as currency for the upgrades pretty much. On top of like the normal credits and stuff. And last season, season 1, they had a bunch of upgrades in these that would be like your heat capacity increases by 10%. And the heat capacity is like how long you can run before you overheat, right? But this season, they took all of those out of the faction trees and made the factions like purely about the stuff that you can buy from them from their shop. And they added this whole new system called the Cradle, where you can scrap loot that you found. Like, I'm not going to, but if I was like, I want some Cradle XP, let me scrap this really valuable rifle for it. You can turn this into Cradle XP, and every level you get a point to put into your Cradle. Which is here. Sorry, I'm getting lost in the menus myself. And this is like all of your actual passive character upgrades that you can get as you progress through the game. Like, I maxed out this right away for recon. The recharge skill lets you keep your cooldowns shorter for your abilities. So like my big scan and everything, since the cooldown is so long on that, I was able to bring it from like 4.5 minutes to 3 minutes or something, which might not sound like a lot, but it's kind of huge. This one is all about like mostly your loot speed, like how quickly you can scan through chests and bags and stuff and then move on. This one is heat capacity and fall damage. This one is melee damage, which I put a couple points into to be able to one-shot melee the light robots, which is great. It's really helpful to be able to do that sometimes. These two I don't really use. This is like how long your pings stay up and how fast your revive speed is, but I mostly play solo. And then this one largely is about the self-repair speed, which is how quickly your healing items will actually heal you over time. Which is also probably pretty good, but I have my priorities elsewhere. You can change your faction whenever. You're not tied to one faction. You can just do jobs for any of them at any time, and your rank with them will increase, and your rank determines what upgrades you can get on the tree here. And then once you've got these upgrades, you go to the armory, and this is the shop where, like, I maxed out Cyber Acme, right? I'm in, like, basically their prestige ranks this season. So I go to their shop. They have a lot of good shit. I can buy purple backpacks from them whenever I want now, because I've gotten so far with them. And these are what their, like, ranks and upgrades and stuff increase, is your ability to buy better stuff on demand, as opposed to needing to go out and scavenge it and get lucky or kill players or whatever it might be, right? Let me grab all my freebies real quick while I'm in here. Because even the stuff I'm not going to use, you know damn well I'm going to sell it. Absolutely. Hello. My vault is full? Oh my god. I'm suffering from success. Sell the backpack. Sell, some of these that I'm never gonna use. Sell some of these attachments I'm never gonna use. Sell these green shields that I'm absolutely never gonna... This is my stockpile of blue shields. I would like you all to bask in the glory of my blue shield stash. I can buy blue shields whenever I want, by the way, but I tend to pull them off of people if I kill them and they have one. Because I could buy them, but I also just have a bunch of them stashed up for free. You can increase your vault's size? Yes. As you progress, you can increase it. But like there. Did I see a railgun in that? I did. I'm gonna sell that right back. I don't want that. This is my favorite gun in the game right now, by the way. The battle pistol. This one comes with no attachments at all. So I'm not gonna run it. I mean, you can... Hold on, let me see. I have attachments, right? Do I have any good ones? Holy shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a good one. I have a magazine that works for it. I know I can buy stocks from Traxxas for the battle pistol. Here we are. What's the trade on it? Oh yeah, I'll do that instead of spending credits. Oh, it went to my backpack. I don't think I can buy any muzzles for pistols. I'm gonna be real. I think normally that would be Arachne, and I have not progressed my Arachne like much at all this season. You know, maybe I could run the battle pistol actually, because this is legit my favorite gun in Marathon currently. They added it with Season 2. I think I have a new contract. It's Day Marsh right now. That's fine. Yeah. We have no one else in the Ace Combat lobby, right? I haven't seen like Valentine or James or anyone pop up. So yeah, we're still just waiting. I hate RPGs with limited vault space. It's similar to Tarkov, where they're just trying to prevent you from stashing up like an infinite supply of good stuff. Basically, they're trying to control the ability for grinders to just get so far ahead of the average player that it's not even fair, at least a little bit. Like they're trying to keep it at least somewhat in check. It is the reason that like stash sizes and stuff like that exist in extraction shooters. It allows you to stock up, like you saw, I have a ton of good shit stored up, but it's not like I can just infinitely keep a supply of the very best stuff and never ever possibly run out ever. Oh shit. I was not paying attention to that contract. I need to kill enemies with a battery-based weapon, of which I did not bring a battery-based weapon. That's fine. Well, I'm free to go wherever I want. I have like nothing location based that I'm relying on. Characters are called runner shells. Your characters are called runners. The shells are what's it? Like the bodies. The lore is that runners are people who volunteer themselves for a program that basically digitally stores your conscious, and like your body dies. But your conscious can then connect to these artificial bodies created by some of the corporations. And you can use those to, you know, go run around and do illegal things on planets you should not be on, which is what we're doing in this game. We're not supposed to be on this planet looting it for its valuables at all. But who's gonna stop me? I'm a disconnected conscious. Ooh, coordinate data pad. And then when the body dies, like canonically, your character doesn't die because they're digitally stored. They just get uploaded to the next body. They go again. It's like Dark Souls. They worked the dying and repeating over and over into the lore. Someone just pinged me. A player sees me somewhere. That was actually, he scared the shit out of me. I won't lie. That scared the fuck out of me. I was like, where does he see me? And then as soon as I got him on my ping, he was shooting me in the ass. Holy heals. What with this? Heals and ammo. What was he planning to do this run? Holy fuck. Another player. That's a player's footsteps.
Go.
Oh, God damn it, my little bot. Hello? Hey, we can be friends.
And outside, but I won't shoot you, okay?
Okay. I got my gun down. Oh,
Okay, thanks.
my bad. I don't know how well you guys could hear him. He called out to me and he was like, hello. I'm just trying to do my thing. See, False will tell you that I don't do that. False will tell you that I'm bloodthirsty the whole way through. I shoot everyone I see. It's not true. If someone's like, hey man, I'm just trying to do my thing, please, I'm fine with that. If they're like that other guy where they try to sneak up on me and blast me in the ass, no. They die, and I loot them. But if they're like that guy where they're like, hey, I'm trying to do this, I got no problem just letting them go do their thing. Because if they're nice, I'll be nice, you know? I like that interaction. I couldn't find my my key to turn my microphone on. I forgot what I bound it to, because I put my push to talk on toggle. But then I put it on a weird ass key. That was a player too, speaking of. The guy looting that boss though, well, that was a different story. This guy had nothing. He had a gray shield. Oh my God. This is a tragedy to look at. I'm out. This pistol's damage per second though, if you land shots like that, is ridiculous. Like if you note, like he had a gray shield. But you see how fast that guy went down? You see how he just fucking dropped pretty much? I love this little burst pistol. Even the guy who shot me from behind before I saw him earlier, I killed him. And he had a blue shield. He was a rook? No, that was a thief. Yeah, so rook, if you're familiar with Tarkov, is like the scav of this game, where you go in with a predetermined random kit and you get dropped in like halfway through an already existing raid, and you just have the opportunity to try to scavenge some stuff from it if possible, but you're limited by going in with none of the crazy abilities that the normal shells get, and then a randomized loadout as well. We haven't seen a rook yet. I got a little loot cache that's going to spawn on the other side of the anomaly. Great. I thought it was going to be like right up against the anomaly, and it is, but on the other side of it. There we go. I need this only because it's an energy-based weapon. Did I get... Oh, I was just going to say a battery maybe from one of these as well. Would be great. I'm going to take that. That's some salvage for faction upgrades and stuff. This is also a key for Dire Marsh. This guy had a deluxe key on him. I mentioned, I think before, like this is the template that if you complete that little challenge, it will turn into a key. That's like an actual really good one. Like the loot box keys have a chance at getting you good stuff, but generally they're just okay, but it's a fun little gamble. These keys always get you good stuff, but these are like more like a traditional Tarkov key, where this key will open a specific door on a specific map that otherwise is inaccessible. You have to have the key, you have to bring it in with you, get to that door and open it to get what's inside. So again, if you've played other extraction shooters, this is more like the typical key rather than the lock boxes and stuff that I was doing last time. I didn't have this AC6 DLC. Yeah, we're waiting on people for multiplayer. I think that was a robot, but I have to be sure.
If it moves,
That was a robot. I hate the energy-based weapons in this game. They're all shit. They're all actual shit. A muzzle for my pistol. I was hoping I would find one. This can't possibly be Ace Combat. You would be right. It is not. Oh, fuck. I gotta go. Lockdown is a thing that can happen on Dire Marsh, where literally, like, you'll get locked into an area and you'll slowly have damage dealt to you. They bring in this big fucking thing that locks it down. I'm glad I was, like, right near the edge of it when it came down. Because, yeah, that shit sucks if you get caught in it. It'll, you know, eventually allow you to break out. But if you don't have a lot of healing items and stuff, you're just gonna die in the lockdown. Which game is this? This is Marathon, because we're waiting for plays. Reporting for duty. Hey, you got AC6 on Xbox Live and everything? Is that what you mean, reporting for duty? Someone's fighting here. I don't have my scan ready. I hear a battle pistol. It's 15 seconds until I can scan. I'm just gonna wait until I have the info. I could run in there
collapse
blind,
15
or I could know
minutes.
exactly where he is and what I'm getting into and everything, right? Because it'll tell me what shield he has, too. The scan. Sounds like he's on the roof, too.
Gathering intel.
Oh. No, he's running away, it looks like. Let me see. If he's leaving, I'll let him leave. Oh, I don't think he's leaving. I think he's... Yeah, he heard me and he's circling around.
Engage.
Oh, maybe he's leaving. He might be leaving. He has a gray shield, so I would feel kind of bad running him down and hunting him. He's running like no kit, basically. So I think I'm letting that guy go. Hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ass, because the key doors make a lot of noise when you open them. This is my door. This is a good key, too. I've been in this room before, and it's nice. It's a ton of loot in here. Purple backpack, first thing that spawns in, and a good one, too. Holy moly. And a sniper? Oh, my God. Okay, let me try to kill 3 robots with this, so that I can drop the battery weapon and pick up the sniper and take that out with me. Oh, my God. He has the camo, and this gun has, like, the sort of smart pistol type thing. So, not a good combo. I was going to try to just soften him up. I thought he had more health than that, because he was one of the real dangerous ones. Does this game have snipers? Yes, and they're absurdly broken. And kind of by design, like Bungie wants them to be that way, because they're super rare. You can't buy any snipers from any of the factions. They're super valuable. And they're sort of meant to be like, yeah, if you hang back with a sniper and headshot people, it's gonna hurt. Like that's not, you don't want to get caught out by a sniper in this game. You absolutely don't. I'm gonna take that bubble shield. Hello. I do have room for some light ammo. Wow. I mean, shit. Okay. I'm gonna drop some of these. Oh, wrong one. I would extract immediately after getting a sniper. Yeah, they're pretty good. I might even drop this SMG, this heavy ammo SMG that I have, because I love that gun. But, like, honestly... Oh my God, 2 bubble shields? Fuck me. I was gonna drop the ammo and the SMG and scoop the sniper in my backpack for now. But fuck. Bubble shields are rare as shit too. You know what? I could drop some of those. You see how these are the key rooms that you really want to get into? This is what I was talking about compared to like the other little key boxes we were doing last time. It's night and day between them. Like these are the valuable ones. I already looted those. Okay. Yeah, again, I feel like we got a lot of good stuff. I do have to kill 3 more robots with my battery weapon. Oh my God, there's a supply drop on the way out too. I might have to. I might just have to. Oh, sorry. This isn't even like a, like, I can't believe I randomly found a purple energy weapon. I hate this gun. I think this gun is shit. Like, even if it is purple and has all these attachments, a shit gun is a shit gun. The color of the weapon actually is only determined by the attachments on it. Like, you guys might have noticed this was a gray rarity pistol before I started putting things on it in my stash. All that the weapon color means is, like, the quality of attachments you've kitted it out with. So, like, this gun still sucks, even though it's purple. I still hate this thing. I'm probably still gonna drop it. It's not even worth much if you sell it. So, you know. Oh, rocket drone. These guys suck. Dire Marsh is a step up from the map we were on last time, in the sense that there's a lot more shit on this map that is very hostile towards you. But I actually kind of like how they designed it as like the middle ground map, because they have it where like that lockdown thing and like the rocket drone that is now orbiting around that, if that spots you, it starts shooting flurries of missiles down at you from the sky. I shit you not, they're awful. And they slowly add these things as the raid goes. So like the closer that you get to the end of the time limit, the more dangerous this map becomes, which I actually think is really cool about Dire Marsh. Dire Marsh is my favorite map in the game. I like the layout. I like the POIs. I like that it progressively becomes more dangerous the longer you're in it. Like, if you leave in 5 minutes, this map feels pretty much the same as the first one in terms of like how threatening it is. But if you stay until the end, like everything is trying to kill you by the end. It's crazy. I'm waiting for this thing to leave. This is a nice little loot event too. But I've learned the hard way that if you sit there and try to loot the bags as they drop, those thrusters will burn you. Terrible. What the fuck? Oh. Even better. You know what? This thing is worth over 1K now. I might take it out just to sell it. I'll be real. I'll take 1K. Honestly. I won't say no to that. Greed? No, no greed. Absolutely no greed. I got pretty much nothing. I got another attachment for this.
Or escape.
Actually, you know what? I'll take the guarded exfil right here. Guarded exfil means instead of it just popping up and letting you leave like the one I did before, this one is going to be defended by a bunch of bots when I start it. But since the only thing I need to do before I leave is get 2 more kills with an energy weapon for my contract, I can just leave from right here, and when the bots spawn in to protect it, I shoot them with my energy weapon.
Attack.
God damn it. I hate these things so much. This gun is awful. I will take it out and sell it, but like, ugh. Holy shit, that's a lot of robots. Yeah, mind you, this is the PvE of Marathon, by the way. These robots don't fuck around. They start spawning enemies every time you try to extract. Only if it's a guarded exfil. You can see why my initial instinct was to not take the guarded exfil. Oh my god, bro.
Engage. Where are you?
What the fuck? My heel might have visually bugged out a bit. Bitch. Oh my god, dude. Could we calm down? I'm just trying to leave, man. That was a lot. I was the last one in the map again. It's not greed, I swear. It's totally not greed. I promise it's not greed, chat. Level 91. You saw it live. Just trying to leave the zone I illegally entered and looted. The looting is important too. I would say that was a pretty good run. My bag wasn't quite full by the end because I burned through so much ammo and heals on the way out, but like, hey. I got a purple backpack. A purple backpack that's actually better than the one I was running. I should have swapped them. I just didn't process it at the time. Yeah, this one makes your healing items faster, the med pack. Like, using them is faster, I mean. Oh, my stash space. Holy fuck, man. This bitch is full. Yeah, remember when I said these shotguns were rare? I've been stockpiling them whenever I've found one because you can't buy them. Same with the snipers, why I have so many snipers in my stash. You can't buy them. This game is connected to the original Marathon trilogy in terms of lore. Yes. The main antagonist of the original Marathon trilogy is in this game. This I'm gonna sell. It's 1,100 credits and I'm never gonna use it. This I'm gonna sell. And my stash is full. It's at 511 of 512. There's an antagonist? Yes. Ben Starr voice acts him in this game too. For those who know their voice actors, Ben Starr is the voice of Durandal in this game. And he fucking kills it. Like, he absolutely kills it as Durandal in this game. Which is weird because I don't think of Ben Starr as playing a good villain. But, like, he really does in Marathon. I'm just gonna run that sniper as my secondary because I have no room for it, and I don't want to sell anything. My greed. I'm probably just gonna have to start running like actual, second weapons. I got so in the habit of only bringing one. I probably just have to like run a sniper secondary, a shotgun secondary more, just to make some room in my vault. My vault is worth about 300,000 credits. Yeah, I think I just have to use some stuff. Some stuff that I normally greedily sit upon. I might have to actually use. Range 10 meters? I'll take the ADS speed. What's next, Steve Bloom? I wish. I have a magazine for the sniper too. Let's go. Oh my god, I have a way better optic for the sniper. Hold on. I didn't realize I had a dark sight, which is particularly good for Night Marsh. What would even be good on the sniper, though? I'm not going to be sliding with it. I guess increased accuracy and range would be good. And boom. We also kitted out a sniper. We're doing it live. That bitch is worth 4,000 credits now. I'm going to run it and die with it. And go, oh, why would I run with that? I'm so dumb. And then I'm going to just click the buttons and go for another run. Happily. Immediately forget as I do. Is my vault full now? Okay. The rewards almost filled up my vault again. Yikes. I'm suffering from success. But I'm level 91. Installed Marathon Trilogy as we speak. The old games are pretty good. Weirdly. I say weirdly. It's old Bungie, so like, of course they are. These keys are for cryo. Honestly, I should maybe just play Cryo to burn through some of the loot. I should throw on like shotguns and play Cryo, to be real. Sorry, hiccup. That map has been dubbed like the loot grinder. The lose loot factory. I've heard it go by many names in the community. Because that's like the super endgame map that actually only opens on the weekends. Like they only even have this map in for weekends. You have to run a loadout that's worth at least 5,000 credits. You have to be at least level 25 to enter. It's the endgame map where all of the super sweats go to try to make crazy money. And it is actually on, hold on, when it comes back, the titular Marathon, the ship from the original games. Whereas the rest of the maps are all on the planet that the Marathon is currently orbiting. Cryo Archive is on the Marathon. It's a cool game. Do I still have no one for Ace Combat? Him. I doubt anyone will be sitting in here. Just to confirm, do we have anyone for Marathon? Or for Ace Combat 6? Sorry. Because that was the plan. You know? That was the plan. Was to Ace Combat 6. But alas. Any Ace Combaters? Is that a no? I think that's a no. Well. Shit happens. Wish YouTube allowed you to pin multiple messages. Me too. Here, this is like fucking audio jungle right now. Oh no, we have to play more Marathon. Whatever will we do, chat? You're telling me I have to play Marathon? What? Really? I would hate that. I mean, I am here for the Ace Combat 6, but if there is no Ace Combat 6 to be had, rip the Ace Combat 6 dream. This is the first day in months that we have not had anyone for it. It's actually been so long since we had this happen. I almost forgot what it was like. John Marathon is displeased. Well, it was meant to be. AC6 will end at 69%. Well. This is a bit awkward. It has been a long time since we had something like this. Because, hold on, when was it? I can go look. It was last November was the last time this happened. This hasn't happened to us since November. He just sticks his face on the character. Hey man, it's kind of the way to go. You know? To be fair, especially if you're Hugo Martin, it works. It just works. Like, you, especially when you're at the point of being like Hugo Martin, you can just put your face on something and everyone's like, oh, Hugo Martin. But his face looks happy in his thumbnail. I think mine is funnier, don't you? Dude, what? I watched Hugo Martin, right? Yeah. Lovable guy. I love Hugo Martin. Went to video. Oh, you searched. Sorry, searched. Yeah, I see it now. Went to videos on Google to see these thumbnails. Apparently there's a gay porn star named Hugo Martin. Well, you see, I did exactly what you just did, and I'm not seeing that. Like, at all. I just searched his name, right? Went to videos on Google. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. You know, Google does slightly personalize your algorithm, to be fair. Do you have safe search? No. I have it turned off on my Google account. I knew which Hugo Martin she'd prefer. Well, I'm gay, but the other kind. What do you guys think we do? We are in this position. Hold on. I'm gonna play so much classic Marathon after this. I could just keep marathoning. I could, like, Diablo? I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Go marathon it. If I shall. I do have Crash Bandicoot. Installed. Yes. Diablo 1, to clarify. The first one. I could pull up some Ben Starr Durandal at the very least. Before moving on from this, you got games on your phone? Not yet, unfortunately. Oh, I don't give a fuck about no D1. I like D1 more than D4 these days. I don't got games on my phone. I'm looking through what I've got, like, outside of Steam. Never uninstall Tekken. It does put us in these spots, but Tekken is big, man. Whenever I desperately need space, it's always like, yeah, that's the first thing that's got to go, right? It's unfortunate, but it is. It always is like the first thing that has to go. Play Nexus Disc 2. Such a random pick. I got classic COD Zombies always. I don't uninstall. Like my World at War, BO1, BO2, never uninstall ever. I got BO3 is not installed. BO3 is too big to keep installed like all the time. Those other games are all like, I think 8 to 12 gigabytes, right? BO3 is like 80 with all the DLC and stuff that I've got. So, yeah. Play Silksong, my son. I've got... World at War is pretty good too. So is BO1 and BO2. What do you mean? You're like, oh, no, BO3, at least you have World at War. What about BO1 and 2, man? Like, I love World at War, but like, what? I have a lot of smaller games that I just are like, yeah, I can keep this all the time. I got those Gears 1 and 2 PC ports, the community-made PC ports. I got those. I'm just now seeing those. I kind of scrolled by them so many times. Show us the Steam library. The Steam library, like for what I've got right now. Redux? Yeah, I got that. And the new, it's called Gears of War 2 Hollow. It's called Hollow. Hold on, let me close my marathon. I was unmuting it so that later I don't open it and I'm like, where's my audio? Oh no. Oh. I think we should go with Redux. I could do like the Gears 1 Horde. It's complete in quotes. Hollow is cool, but yeah, it's a little rougher around the edges. Or maybe Reloaded. Reloaded I would have to download, and that's pretty big. Plus, Steam downloads love to fuck up my streams. Like, they destroy the bitrate for a bit. You think Gears Reloaded? Or sorry, Gears Redux. Sorry, not Reloaded. Redux. The Gears 1 like community PC port, they added Horde mode. And I've streamed Gears 1 before. But Gears 1 has never officially had Horde mode. You know? So like good. Redux it is then. Yeah, hold on. Let me before I open it, let me show you guys Ben Star in Marathon. Because it's crazy. I would sorry. I would never know that it was Ben Star if I didn't know. I wouldn't know if I didn't know, you know? Oh my god. Sorry, it keeps trying to jump the gun on me. I'm not ready, man. There. You guys ready? Ben Durandal. Check this. So, this is a cutscene that plays when you normally like go to start a raid, but the game does this whole thing where like it simulates your game glitching out and then he hijacks your signal basically. Like while you're in the menus and stuff, and then this plays. And this is his like introduction in the new Marathon. But he's the villain from the old games too. You don't give a fuck, they just put him in everything and he kills it. He's great in this. He's really great in this.
Look at you. Violent little things with ambitions to challenge the stars. You've traveled oh so far to trespass where you are not welcome. And here, now, your next steps offer possibilities undreamt. The marathon. Its secrets. Are they worth your everything? I have seen what haunts that skeleton ship. I would like you to greet them. To throw your bodies upon their altar as sacrifice to the endless horrors your ambitions invite. The marathon is waiting, and it grows impatient. Please, do not disappoint.
I think he's pretty great. You can hear it if you know. You can hear it if you know, but I never would have thought. You know what I mean? I never would have been like, is that Ben Starr? Hold on. Feels the aura. That was awesome, and I'm talking about the visuals. I'm playing locally. There's still no one in the Ace Combat. For the record, I'm seeing it. I know you guys can't see it right now, but yep, still killing time. Still seeing. God damn. Might need to turn that down. Oh, I'm gonna need DS4 for my controller. Hold on. Wait a minute. This might be one of those lost Chole streams. There we go. Wait. Oh, now my volume's fine. Oh, because I have adjusted it before.
Sweet.
What? What are we ing? Is the title screen background double speed because 60? I think so. Y'all ever see a Gears of War 1 Horde mode? What map you guys want? We got all the maps. Where are my Gears fans at? I don't remember if that happens on Xenia with 60 FPS patch. I think it does. I don't remember though. Courtyard was here. Hardcore is probably good. No bots. I'm a baller. Who needs bots? Am I right? That pop in though. So if you've never seen it before, this is the unofficial Gears 1 PC port. There is an official one, but this is the new community made one from like, I don't know, a month or so ago. And yeah, they added Horde mode. Like it's a Gears 2 style, just super simple one. But like you can play Horde mode in Gears 1. Oh, hello. And it just works. And obviously like 4K and 60 FPS and yada yada. Jesus Christ. I missed that shot and I was like, uh-oh. Ahem. You guys didn't see that.
Get the!
I am good. I'm so good at this. Of course. Courtyard is actually a funny pick, because wasn't this the map that was the PC exclusive Gears 1 map? It's hard to remember with Ultimate Edition and Reloaded existing now. But I think this was the map that was exclusive to PC. Was never on 360 Gears 1. I only don't know because, what's it? I was never a Gears multiplayer kid. I was a COD and Halo kid.
Nice.
Fuck's sake. I might need the bots. I'm getting rushed down so fast. I might. Give me one bot. Give me a friend. No waiting for bot teammates. Oh, yeah. Playing with a controller. Well, yeah. Oh my God. Chole and Cole. I love that the bots actually work on this too. That you can turn on like friendly bots on Gears of War 1 Horde mode and like it just works. I have my friend Cole. Chole and Cole. It just works, chat. Or he's going around picking up. Whole train, help! Whole train! He's killing. I'm mashing. Oh my God. Something tells me he might not make it.
Then they were none.
I might not make it. What if I brought like a whole squad of bots with me? I haven't played with this much myself, so this is kind of me playing with it and seeing. They spawn so fast in this compared to like Gears 2 Horde. It feels like the game just dumps all the enemies like at once at the start of the wave and is like, yeah, here you go. Oh, there we go. Now we got the boys. Having bots is kind of awesome on Horde mode. Like, being able to bring bots into Horde is kind of sick. I would get false on this, but she's all like, I don't really like Gears Horde. It's not that fun.
Nice.
If these wretches ever actually want to run up here.
Nice.
I suppose not. It's not. It's just more reason to shoot shit. Endlessly. In Gears of War. What is there not to love about it? Sorry. My Gears, I always play Gears on high sense. Always have.
Keep it up.
But it's the only game I've ever played on controller on high sense, so there's like an adjustment period whenever I go back to it. I over-aim a bit. The high sense is for the Gnasher, not for the Lancer. Oh, what I do love about this port, actually, I'm playing on it, and you can see with like some of the button prompts, they added alternate. I thought that was a drone. They added the alternate control scheme from Gears 2 and on, which is the best controller control scheme on Gears. Like the one that most people use, including me. Gears 1 never had it. They added it with this port. It's in there. So like all of my Gears muscle memory actually works on Gears 1 on this port. Whereas normally Gears 1 is always a little weird for me because the control scheme isn't on there. What's the alternate control scheme? It separates the dodge roll and the cover button into their own separate inputs so that you don't accidentally roll when you're trying to take cover and stuff.
Nice.
It also changes your run button to X on Xbox controller, but it leaves your cover button on A. And then your dodge and your run are on X. It sounds handy. It's very handy, mostly for like multiplayer and if you're doing like higher difficulties and stuff. It's hard to go back to having them both on the same button after you get used to alternate.
Oh yeah.
Because alternate is just so much nicer for movement. Just the ability to get around and like have your character actually do exactly what you want it to do on alternate is so much better. I love having bots for this because they do just kind of dump all the enemies out at once. And having these guys, like, Kim hasn't even killed a single enemy, but just having the allies here to, like, you know, have the enemies scatter about a bit more and like not all aggro onto one person is huge. Because Gears 2 has like a staggered out spawn system, and I think all the other games do too, if I remember right. It doesn't just like spawn all the enemies in one go and have them like that. What you see up there right now. Normally that's not how Gears Horde works. Is this Reloaded or the remaster? This is the unofficial community PC port that came out last month of like OG Gears 1. It just runs in 4K and, you know, has 60 FPS and a bunch of other quality of life stuff. And Horde mode. Gears, like I always said that Redux, or sorry, not Redux, that Reloaded should have added a Horde mode to like keep the casual players more engaged post playing the campaign a bit, but they didn't. This has a Horde mode. The community made their own Gears of War 1 Horde.
Oh yeah. Rock and roll.
this is based on the Ultimate Edition, right? That barely works. I think it is based on Ultimate Edition, but then with just all the assets and stuff being replaced with Gears 1 assets, so that the art style and stuff is still the original. I'm pretty sure that's right. And then obviously they fixed up a lot of it. Oh my god, I say that as that happens. He just fucking moon squatted on top of the cupboard. As I was saying, they fixed up a bunch of stuff from UE. This Ace Combat game looks ass. This Ace Combat game is great.
Acceptable tactical loss.
Oh my god, is that a Hammer of Dawn? False would be so jealous.
Got it.
They spawn up there, right? Take it no one was online. Correct. Not a soul. They spawn. Oh my god. Yeah, that's why I was getting run down the first time. Oh fuck, why is it not? There we go. Did you look up inversion? No? What is inversion? Watch out, dude. Oh, the Gears clone you guys were talking about? No, I forgot.
Bring it.
Maybe I do want a long shot. At first when I saw it, I was like, no, I want a Nasher for Horde. But on this map, I might want a long shot.
Oh yeah. Scratch one grub. Got it. Down in front. Nice. Good shot.
Oh god. I remembered Ace Combat Marathon differently.
Sweet.
I don't know what you mean. Oh, they're all dead. I was about to go grab a sniper, but I guess not. You bitch! What did you drop? A hammer?
Got it.
Is there a sniper down here? I'll take a Nasher, to be honest. Hammer's a bit clunky on this map. The way that they are running out. Ooh,
Got it.
I'll take a Bulltalk too, actually. Alright, well, no sniper. Oh, it came back. Oh, we are so back.
Shit.
Oh boy, I'm gonna be rusty. That's Lambent. It's Lambent. Fuck's sake.
Oh yeah!
Holy shit. I jammed it. I jammed it. Never mind, I do want the Nasher. It turns out. Holy fuck, man. What just happened? What is happening over there? Oh, well. How is Baird not dead? Can they not die? Are the bots? Bots may be immortal. You definitely died in your last run? Oh, true. Oh, you're close. Oh, shit.
Nice.
Watching this AC6 VOD are gonna get so confused when it switches to some marathon. I'm probably gonna unlist it. This VOD. If we don't get some ace combating.
Then they were none.
You know, I may have deserved that, actually.
Suno mono ultramatic chromoscopic silicovo volcanico-conciosis.
Just for the sake of showing it a bit, I'm gonna open up the new Gears 2 one that legit just dropped out of nowhere the other day. And I've talked about it a bit. It's not as polished as Redux is. Like Redux, you open it up and it's like a dream. Like it's just immediately the best way to play Gears 1. Gears 2 Hollow, you can hear it opening right now. I'm sorry. It's a little rougher. Is it not going to capture right? Well, I'm trying to get it. Might not. We try a window. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't even show as an option in there. Come on, Gears of War 2 Hollow. Capture? No? Is it on Delta's Discord? It's not the Delta team. We'll just have to do this then. Oh, you see how it froze my shit up? It's a separate project, yeah. It's just this one guy who did this one. You see how tiny it is because of my resolution? Do Horde again for the comparison. Might already be too late. Well, then I'll just unlist it. And we'll do Avalanche. Classic Gears 2 Horde map. You see how tiny everything is? How it's a little, like... This one feels a little more fan-made already, right? Not just me. A lot of the menu scaling and stuff at higher resolutions is very busted. Like in the menus, in the in-game HUD, like a lot of the 2D elements are not scaling properly. You see that shit? Look at my little ammo counter, my little baby ammo counter. Also, I don't know what the deal is. I can't seem to get it to run perfectly at any frame rate that I set it to. Like, this is clearly not quite the smooth 60 FPS that Redux gets, right? It's set to 90 FPS in my settings. Look at even my aiming reticle. Small. If you don't know Gears 2, it's smaller than it's supposed to be. You can really tell with the Nasher reticle that it's smaller than it's supposed to be. She'll continue to update it. I hope so, because I do want like a great Gears 2 port like the one we got for Gears 1, right? I would love that, but this one just feels rougher. Still got it. Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah.
For what it's worth, it is natively running on PC. And he does have it set up to where you can use peer-to-peer multiplayer through Steam on it. But, he even said, like, multiplayer is not the focus for this port.
I'll take that.
It's more single-player focused. Whereas Redux is multiplayer focused and has really, really good multiplayer functionality. This one is a little more like, yeah, multiplayer's there, but it's an afterthought. It's not the focus. Would you say this is better than Xenia? Not in its current state. I would not say that. It doesn't run as smooth. It doesn't look as good, mostly because of the UI scaling. Like, other than that, it looks the same, but the UI scaling kind of makes it look weird. Like the tiny HUD, the teeny tiny ant-sized HUD. The fact that I, for some reason, can't get the frame rate above 60 no matter what I set the FPS or VSync settings to.
I'm done with you.
There's another butcher over here. Especially when a single guy is working on it. Maybe, yeah. I just don't think it's the best way to play 2 on PC yet. I, of course, like, immediately when they shadow dropped it the other night, I had to get on it, check it out myself. But it's definitely, I think Xenia is probably still the way to play Gears 2 on PC. At least until this gets a little more work. When I was talking about it on stream, I think yesterday, like, the guy did say that the only reason he even released it in the current state is because the E-Day beta is coming up. And he doesn't think that people will care about it as much if he drops it right on top of the E-Day beta. And he also doesn't think that he's going to be working on it much because of the E-Day beta. He's like, I'm just going to be playing E-Day, so I wanted to get out there what I have right now. This has potential. It has a lot of potential because like it is, the game plays. The DLC is working and everything too. Like both the multiplayer maps and the little campaign chapter. But it's definitely not as smooth or polished. With some time, this probably will become the best way to play 2 on PC though. Like as it gets updated more. See how inconsistent the frame rate is? Where like at times it feels smoother, but then it feels like it dips back down and gets choppier again. I don't know if you guys notice it as much as me, because you really feel it. I don't know if you see it as much, where like there are times where it runs super smooth and then it gets choppier again. It's weird. I don't know what's going on with like the frame pacing of it. You know what's crazy? Coming right off of messing around with Redux's horde mode. Gears 2's, there we go, enemies make even just like the earliest horde waves a lot more engaging. Like with the butchers mixed in and everything, whereas Gears 1 has like wretches, drones, boomers. That's it. Gears 2 has like all the different variations of boomers that they added, like the butcher, that they start spawning from like wave 2. This is still a lot more fun than Redux's horde. Although Redux has a mode that introduces like Gears 2 enemies and weapons and stuff into it. I've just never really messed with it because it's kind of like, if I was gonna play Gears 2 Horde, I would boot up Gears 2. Like the novelty of Gears 1 Horde is kind of playing it with Gears 1 weapons and enemies and such, right? Like I'm sure it's cool, but at that point, there is just Gears 2. Fuck's sake. There we go. It didn't show what I died to in the feed. I didn't get double sniped there. There must have been another one that I didn't see. I think I got sniped in the back. But yeah, you see this? The menu stuff? It's cool. Oh, it just crashed. Yeah. It's got some work to be done. Certainly has potential, but yeah, it's got a ways to go compared to Redux. Redux is a much smoother experience currently. It's a little sad because like when it first popped up in my feed randomly, I was like, bro, we have Gears 2 Redux just on a random Thursday night. Because it came out on Thursday night, just randomly. But this is still better. I could try it's Horde Plus. It says that it's just a deadlier Horde. Maybe if I did casual without bots, it could at least like try to balance out how fast you get rushed by enemies with the spawn system. Shouldn't unlist this stream. I'm gonna unlist this stream. Because otherwise I would have to redo all of its SEO and everything for it to not be misleading. I'm just gonna unlist it. Let's see. Whoa, sorry, that was my DS4. I forget that the touchpad doubles as the mouse and I haven't changed that yet. I need to. I need to just turn off the touchpad on it. This is immediately smoother. The Gears 1 port. This is one of those community efforts that comes around randomly and you're just like, bro, this is like a miracle that this exists. This is crazy. My god, you do just get fucking rushed in horde mode though. We calm down. Does this one go over 60? I don't know if it goes over 60. The Gears 2 one does. I was deceived. Wait, there's no one for multiplayer, man. We've just been goofing around waiting. I got stun locked by 3 of them, like, surrounding me and punching me all at once. What the fuck was that? They beat your ass. Just all 3 of them suddenly from all directions appeared out of nowhere. And beat my ass. That time Garuda 1 fought the Locust Horde. Yeah, the multiplayer is extra dead on this Saturday. What are you taking cover on? Oh fuck, that's right. So it's just kind of been random shit and hanging out. Seeing if someone appears. Why did it take you until 3:30 to start something different? It didn't. I waited for like 30 minutes just in the lobby. Just yapping.
Oh yeah.
But only for 30 minutes. Not an hour and a half. I haven't played Gears in ages. You should. This is Gears 2. This is Gears 1. But the community PC port called Redux. It's more or less just a huge overhaul of the actual Gears 1 PC port that was officially released like back in 2006, but that port sucked. So a couple months ago, this community one came out that like is actually awesome and added horde mode just because they could, so they did. And this is the mode, yeah, I was just about to say, I wonder if this is where we start to see it. This one is Horde Plus, which is Gears 1 Horde that they made, but it also spawns in Gears 2 enemies, and I think adds some Gears 2 weapons into like the map spawns. But like butchers never existed in Gears 1. Until now. So it's Gears 1 community PC port with just a whole bunch of extra shit added in. But yeah, Horde mode was originally, like, it came out with Gears 2. It's Gears 1, I can't get that fancy. Bitch. Fuck was that? Did you also see the bullets going crazy? Oh, the sound? I didn't notice the sound of it. Here's one of my favorite campaign. I love Gears 1's campaign, and maybe it's only because I've played it so many times because they keep re-releasing Gears 1. But I feel like the Gears trilogy progressively gets better with each campaign. Like, I like Gears 2's campaign more than 1's. By a bit. Not by like a ton, but like by a decent amount. And then Gears 3 is definitely my favorite Gears campaign.
Nice.
There's the last enemy. It's crazy seeing butchers just walking around in Gears 1 maps. That's kind of awesome. Loved the trilogy back on 360. Me too, man. Having the extra enemies from the Gears 2 pool. That's what I was talking about when playing the Gears 2 one right there. Like, just having butchers mixed in on Wave 2 already makes it a lot more interesting than just drones and wretches constantly. Jesus Christ.
Scratch one grub.
There's a wave-based survival mode. Hey man, if they're good, I love that shit. Give me more of that shit. Ace Combat could use one. Give me a horde mode Ace Combat. Progressively crazier and crazier dogfights with each wave. Come on. Does that not sound awesome to you Ace Combat fans? I mean, let me cook. You could start it out with just like a couple F4s. Project Wingman has a mode like that? Of course it does. Every time I have a good Ace Combat idea, someone's like, oh, Project Wingman did that. It's like the fucking Simpsons at this point. Just any idea I have, it's like, oh, Simpsons did it. Project Wingman did it. Did he not have a bull talk? Am I crazy? The Horde Plus is solid. Just the extra enemies help a lot. Again, if I was going to play Gears 2 Horde, I might as well go play Gears 2. Since it is just like using the enemies ported over and the same like, you know, enemy pool for the certain waves and everything from 2. Like the idea is cool, but if I want to play Gears 2, I'm just going to go play Gears 2. I don't see myself booting up a Redux to play Horde Plus often. This is my first time even trying it. I played everything today but AC6. Because ain't nobody playing AC6. It's so dead. It's so dead. But they both end after 100 enemies. Endless.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Well, I guess Gears Horde has an end. Fuck, that could have been really bad. Gears only goes up to 50 waves, not enemies. Holy shit. Really hope it actually has a fun MP. Me too. Oh no. Oh my god, I can't vault this for some reason. I just got shot from way back here. There's another sniper. Oh. Oh. There we go. Gears 2 Butcher AI doesn't vibe with Gears 1. I was noticing the pathfinding there too. Reload sound got real crunchy there. What the fuck? My bolt talk. I was looking for one earlier. No! Not that. Bolt talk flew all the way back here. Oh!
And then they were none.
Get the!
Well, oh, not join. Standard horde. With. Two bots. Probably is the nice middle ground there. You had a chainsaw? Yeah, I realized.
Got it.
Hope I'm wrong. Co-op would be great. Yeah, we still have 0 word on the co-op. Like, at all. The more that I think about that, the weirder that is. We don't have like multiplayer details either, so maybe when we get those, we'll get the co-op details too, because they do still have the game labeled as co-op on like all the storefronts as far as I know. But like we still have no idea what they mean by that specifically. Holy shit. Coltrane, help. Coltrane, help. Thank you. Oh, that was Kim. That wasn't even Cole. God damn it. Oh. Cole's down there boxing a guy. Yeah, I think we did hear that it was 8-player lobbies somewhere. I don't remember where that was, but I remember people saying that. Coltrane was going insane. I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard with these bots. They announced all the monetization and Battles Pass stuff before the actual MP. A little concerning. You know, you're not entirely wrong that that's slightly concerning. Like, I didn't really think about that much. But that is definitely weird that they... Well, I guess maybe they announced that because pre-orders were going up. And, like, Deluxe Edition came with some multiplayer stuff, so they felt like they had to. You know what I mean? I don't know. That might be the reason, to be honest, the pre-orders going live so early. But then it's like, why are they waiting so long to actually show the multiplayer after hyping it up so much? Like all the talk about it being the biggest and best Ace Combat multiplayer ever. But we're gonna wait until like 2 months before the game comes out to actually say anything about it. You know what I mean? am a natural skeptic with games marketing always, but it just strikes me as weird that they would talk it up so much and then not show anything of it.
Got one.
Multiplayer is the thing they're mostly working on now. Multiplayer would have to be pretty much done by now. They're at the point in development where they should have all of the core functionality and stuff done, and it should just be polished. Plus, Kono already said they're 99.9% done, which I don't believe, mind you. I've been vocal about that, but if that's the case, then multiplayer is pretty much done. Season pass exclusive planes, and it's a no-no. I think they did clarify in a post that planes on the battle pass would become DLC after. Like, when the game drops, if you buy the premium pass or the deluxe edition, the Morgan will be an instant unlock, they said. But if you miss season 1 and buy the game later, you like miss your chance for it, whatever, then they'll be purchasable as DLC planes later, I think they said. So like if you miss the Morgan on launch and like a year from now you want to get it, you'll be able to get it, is what they've said. I would personally prefer they just went with the battle pass system that like Halo Infinite uses, where the entire battle pass is still obtainable after season 1. Halo Infinite's not the only one using that model, but they were like the first one, and it's always the first one that comes to mind when I think of it. I feel like that is just the best battle pass model that any game with a battle pass should be using at this point. But I guess with that response coming out, we know that like they're not gonna do that. Of course, I would prefer if there wasn't a battle pass in an Ace Combat game. True. True. Me too. But I think like even if you are going to include one, there are better ways to include it than what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like if you are going to include it, others in the industry have already figured out like better, more consumer-friendly ways to implement that system. So I would prefer if they did that, but it is what it is.
Good shot. Nice.
Did I miss something? No. Oh my god, I got insta-revived by Chole there too.
You're blocking my shots.
I prefer to just pay for the DLC than have to buy the battle pass. Also true. We gotta see the prices. Very true. Like, it's hard to make any sort of judgment call on it before seeing what they're actually gonna charge for it. I'm starting to miss playing Assassin's Creed. Oh no. It really also depends, like once season 1 ends and the Morgan does become what's it? DLC, it depends on how that's priced compared to the premium battle pass.
Got it!
I caved and bought Black Flag Remake. My thing with resynced, sorry, right? Resynced. The more that I see it, the more that I really am just like, if I wanted to replay Black Flag, I would just replay the original. Because like some of the little changes are cool, but most of them, I kind of prefer the way it was done in the OG. Really wanted the boar boss fight. Hunting being one of those things, certainly. There is a piece of cover there blocking me. Better stats. I really don't think so. I think it's just going to be like the Pixie variant as the DLC plan. But to me, it seems super clear, especially with the way that they're implementing like being able to buy them after. I'm just going to end this because I forgot to flip that setting on. It seems clear to me that the battle pass or the premium battle pass is just like the new method of adding DLC, but then they're also trying to like double up on driving more player engagement through the battle pass system, because that's become such a standard thing to like try to keep people playing every day and all that. You know what I mean? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sold 3 million in its first week. That's pretty crazy.
Got it!
Combat is the main difference I found. The combat generally seems better, but that leg sweep move seems so broken. That's right, I'm on hardcore difficulty. Help! Help! Help me! Someone! Someone help me! God. People beating AC7 in a super plane annoys me.
Acceptable technical.
It is good. I think it's probably also because of the carrier restriction. But maybe they did see that and were just like, you know, we can't have people beating the game for the first time in a DLC plane just because they paid for it. Anthony's armor is really fucking cool. Yeah, that's why I always liked playing as the Carmines. Is just getting like the standard COG armor. plus Carmine, but you know. Ooh.
Good shot.
What am I doing? Will be my early gameplay plane for sure. Is the 33 carrier capable? What's the terminology again? Carrier whatever? Carrier based? It is carrier based. Oh. Well, then there you go. It will probably work. A lot of people are still skeptical on the carrier thing, like if that's actually going to be a restriction. From everything we were able to see at the event, it seems like it is actually a thing for the first playthrough. It might not be. It might open up later, but we got to see up to mission 11, and it was still a restriction there. So, like, at the very least, it's going to be a restriction for most of the campaign on your first playthrough. Is that a sub? Had that restriction in some missions towards the end? Yeah, very few, but it did have it. Might get access to airfields. Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sure. Because I've also mentioned before, it's like mission 2 or 3 that we got to play. We weren't able to record it, but mission 2 or 3 was a mission retaking an airfield. And, like, you retake it, you get a little cutscene, like, walking around on it, celebrating. And then you go back to the carrier. And that restriction is still in place for everything that we played after that, aside from when you're in free mission. So, I'm not entirely sure about that either. Like, I'm not completely writing off the possibility, but I genuinely don't know. It really is one of those things where, like, everything we saw seems to imply that you actually will be restricted like that your whole first playthrough. But we didn't see the entire campaign, so, like, we can't say for certain, but we didn't see anything that implies it won't be a restriction for the full first playthrough. So it's hard to say, like, one way or the other. What are you doing, man?
Good to go.
Man, my bolt off on this sense while I'm not warmed up. I'm getting warm. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. My aim is a little off, but my movement's feeling better. People are sad they can't fly their beloved Raptor on the first playthrough. I mean, me too. I've said it before, for me, the F-22 is like the ace combat plane. That's like, you know, the moment in every ace combat game where you get near the end and you get the F-22, that's like, that just is like ace combat in my brain. Like, when I think of ace combat, I picture an F-22 on the screen, you know?
Tactical loss.
I do. I think of it as, like, the F-22 is just the ace combat plane. And I fly a lot of other planes all the time, but in my brain, for whatever reason, the F-22 is, like, the plane. And it's like that moment at the end of the game when I unlock the F-22 is that moment where I'm like, ah, we're in the end game now. We've made it. It's F-22 time. It's the Mobius plane. It is Mobius. Like, canonically, he flies an F-22. I mentioned it before too, but when we were at the capture event, because I was at the one that was mostly gaming press, they had like a little pamphlet on the capture station. Like every single capture station had their own that they had printed out and put together. And it was very much like, here's how you play Ace Combat for beginners. It was like a little cheat sheet almost to look at, right? And in there, they had a little section of like, here's what planes you should fly if you're doing this sort of mission or that sort of mission. And for air-to-air missions, in our pamphlet, they had it like the F-14D is the best air-to-air plane in the game. There is no better plane for air-to-air in Ace Combat 8 than the F-14D Tomcat, right? And then as I'm playing, I was like, oh, they must have buffed the shit out of it or something compared to prior games, right? As I'm playing, I get the Su-33 in free mission. I didn't get to it in the aircraft tree in the little story bit we played. But when they opened up free mission on my build, because they actually had two different builds that we played. One of them was like the one where we played through the campaign for a few missions, and then they would swap us over to a different build of the game that had free mission, and then that's the one we recorded on, was the free mission one. Anyway, they switched me over to the free mission build of the game. And the Su-33 is there in the menu. I had been flying the F-14 because it unlocked early enough in the aircraft tree for me to fly it a bit in the story mode.
I expect nothing less.
And I'm like, oh, I love the Su-33. I fly it. It's way better than the F-14. Like, it's so much better than the F-14. It is so much smoother and more nimble, and like, it had better special weapons. I was just like, yep. They, for some reason, wanted people flying the F-14, like journalists and stuff, for their coverage. But, it's not the best in the game, certainly. It's maybe the best in the early game. Like, I thought to myself, maybe that pamphlet was put together, like, for when they're playing through the story mode build. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious that they had the little pamphlet being like, if you're doing dogfights, fly the F-14D if you don't know what else to fly. It's the best option. And then it was not the best option in the build. It really wasn't. Oh, the Lambent. That's the same thing that keeps happening to me. Favor super maneuverability in their planes. Western manufacturers opt for more BVR fights. I could see that. Which in Ace Combat, that maneuverability kind of makes it the better plane. I wonder if these pamphlets are standard. No, they were definitely just things that they made for the event. Like, I think, if I recall correctly, I want to say that they had, like, stuff in there that literally said, like, Ace Combat 8 first look or whatever, right? Like, they were made for the event. They're not, like, the manuals that will be in the game. They also weren't that big. They were only, like, a few pages. And, like, the first page was a diagram of a controller with, like, the standard control scheme. Like, the casual control scheme, right? With the easy steering. It was just, like, a little diagram of, like, if you forget the buttons, here you go, right at your desk. It was pretty much a little informational thing they had for the journalists. Should have taken a picture, man. I did not think to take a picture. I didn't take many good pictures. Like, when I was showing pictures from the event, you guys might remember I had to steal some pictures from other people. Like, I had to get a couple from ACF that he had taken. Like, things that I didn't have pictures of. I had to get one picture from Mint. I don't think Obo took a single picture all day. I'm gonna be honest. I was with him most of the day. I don't think he took a single picture. I at least took more than Obo did. I could feel somewhat decent about that. Oh. First timer. I definitely should have taken more pictures. Mint came in clutch though, because she had gotten the picture of that big, like, insignia wall spread they had on the way in. That after the event, I was like, bro, why did I not get a picture of that? But thankfully, she got an awesome picture of it. I don't know if she has like a super new phone or something. But like her picture quality was so crisp compared to like mine and ACF's too. The NPC ally is over there while you're dying. He wasn't doing jack shit. She definitely had a Samsung flagship. I don't know what she had, but her pictures looked amazing from the event. iPhones could never. I don't know what the fuck it was. Granted, I'm on an older iPhone now. I'm on an iPhone 12, and I think they're on like iPhone 16 or 17 at this point. Like, in fairness, something like that. I don't know, I don't really keep up with phones. She may have just had a newer phone. Or a newer iPhone, I meant, sorry. Definitely a newer phone in general than mine, with that kind of picture quality. She was nice. And it was funny texting False while I was at the event, being like, oh my god, they have VTubers here. Fuck. I literally was live texting her from the event a few times throughout the day. And I remember just being like, they got some big VTubers here today. I was shocked. And I was telling False too, because what's it? Their faces aren't public, right? They were so easily identifiable, like, because they were wearing masks. And also, what I was talking to False about was, like, it was actually really cool to see how the event coordinators were handling, like, you know, obviously they had cameras and stuff going at the event, because you guys might have seen they recently released some footage from the first look, like in a trailer or something, or like a promotional video rather. And they were super accommodating with the VTubers who were there about, like, okay, here's where we can put you that, like, the camera people know not to go over here, not to record here. Like, we'll make sure that you don't appear in any of the video we release or anything. And I was talking to False about, like, it's actually pretty great how accommodating they were with people whose faces aren't public, right? It was actually really cool to see just all of them, like, running around and being like, we could put you here. Which VTubers were they? Any we know? There may have been more, but I think it was only a couple. It was Made Mint, who I was just talking, like, she was the one I got the picture from. And then, fuck. False, are you here? Wait, no, I followed them both on Twitter. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not logged into Twitter on my PC. It was shit.
Give him 20 inches. He does like Remy. Yeah, I got that Venom time.
Matara Khan, the cockroach one, who was the one I talked about before too. that like I met her and she was great and whatever, but like I didn't know who she was by name. Whereas Mint, False had shown me her before, and False had also shown me Matara Khan before and told me about her. But when I met her at the event, like it didn't click in my brain who she was. And then afterwards at the event, afterwards when I called False from my hotel room and was telling her about it, she was like, no, I've shown you her before. And she sent me pictures and I was like, oh, because the whole time when I was talking to her, I was like, yeah, I've seen your stuff around. But in my head, I did not put together who she was. They were both super nice, though. She plays with Bricky quite a bit. I'm so pissed. Bricky was there, but he had to leave early, so I didn't get to meet Bricky. I didn't have the chance to meet him before he left. I'm so pissed that I missed Bricky. I mean, I was like in the room with him. I saw him, but I didn't get the chance to speak with him before leaving. Oh, my Ace Combat music is back. Anyway. Cringe and pathetic. Hey, he was a nice guy. I met him. And he voices Kiryu, so it was cool to meet the voice of Kiryu in English, at least. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. Next time we might actually play some Ace Combat. It might happen. Probably. This is a rare exception. But we're doing Ace Combat. We're doing all sorts of other stuff, like, what's it? Yakuza, Metal Gear, Resident Evil, etc. Also, if you enjoyed, leave a like. Helps out with algorithm and stuff, so I'd appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Those are all down there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.